I'm doing this story at like 4:28 in the morning. I'm just laying in bed. I'm just gonna continue that first story in the previous story, the one I just randomly stopped talking about and continued on a whole different story. That story was pure chaos. That was told so chaotically. That was like an old voice memo, like a year, somewhere in 2021. And this is a year later sometime, or 2 or 1.5 years later. I think I know why that story just stayed in voice memos. Probably was like, okay, I'm gonna delete this. But anyway. Oh yeah, and Stella, just forget about Stella. I mean, us. I doubt she's the one for me. I'll probably find another girl. I just keep praying to God and beyond. God beyond. Beyond God. With God. To attract us. I just say, God, bring the one. And God's like, I know what you mean. Not to explain nothing else. Just, I know what you mean by the one. And bring I to her. I just pray to God if there's a beyond God or God beyond. The same thing. Just God in the beyond form of God. There's no need to even do that. Just the beyond this thing you could pray to. Not even thing. Anyway, we know what we mean. We know what we mean. Okay, I'll just explain that story. Okay, if you want to hear the first part of that story, just listen to the previous story, number 38. And so the part I stopped at was, I just forgot what I was going to say in that story. And then when I remembered, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember what I was saying. It was just a whole other story. I was just smoking weed in the car, telling that story. Anyway, so I get those gloves for my costume to go to this Halloween party with the Mandem. We're going to the Mandem party with the Mandem. No, it was Vitti's party. The girl I called Vitti. So then, yeah. So I'm just gonna say, Stella's probably not the one for me. I want to say that because we already had sex with other people, and I think, I guess there is an infinity in life, although I feel like in life, the one for each other will be so fulfilling, so full spectrum and beyond of a relationship, of a partnership, that if you had sex with each other once, it's over for anyone else. Like no one else can even, you can't consider, or you won't even be able to have sex with anyone else, because you'll always be like guided away by divine forces and will in one. So I feel like the one is still somewhere. But yeah, just pray to God. Pray beyond prayer and ask for the ultimate attraction of the one. We are the ultimate magnets. Our eyes, genitals, and heart are being ultimately attracted to each other and is attracted to each other. Yeah, and beyond. Every chakra, the whole spine is attracted to the whole spine of the other, the whole soul. God just send the one, and God knows what you mean. God attract the one. And also, your whole soul, your whole spirit, your whole body nexus with that one. And you will both be attracted into each other's life, because you both just want to become one. So just be open to it. And everything that arises within you when you pray about that, let it pass through your system. And these are the prerequisite energies to just bring the person. And every energy that arises, just go through it. Let it pass through you, negative or positive. Anyway, let's continue this story. So, I'll summarize, just in case you don't want to go to story 38. It's like 2 minutes in the beginning. Actually, I don't even know how long it is in the beginning. It just ended at the gloves. So anyway, me and the man and I, let me tell you that, we were going to the party, a Halloween party, and I was a bank robber. And I was hype about getting these rubber gloves to complete this costume. I needed rubber gloves. I had the friggin' M16 airsoft, bank robber mask, a suit, and like a bag, a duffel bag, with no money. I didn't even get a dollar bill. I didn't rob the bank yet. I had to go to the party first. But plans changed because what happened at the party. So anyway, I had to get these rubber gloves so seriously to complete the costume. So we go to the grocery store, and we had to be at the party at this certain time, and we were late because there was a huge line at this grocery store. And I found the gloves, and I'm like, they're small, medium, and I'm like, there's no large. There's no fucking large. There's no large. So I just get the medium, and like, they'll fit. And they're in a plastic bags, and I can't even look and check. They're the heavy-duty, thicker rubber gloves. They were like a purpley blue, like a periwinkle, dark periwinkle. Like the color of surgical gloves, those blue ones, like bluey purple, violety. Royal Violet, let's call it. So anyway, stand in this line, we're being late. I'm like, don't worry, boys. Don't worry, humans. Don't worry, people. Don't worry, souls. Don't worry, human souls. We're gonna be fashionably late. And that makes us cool, but not really. So I get these gloves finally. They don't fit. I'm like, are you stupid? That's such a waste. I try to cut the gloves on the side so they'll fit. Still don't fit. I end up just taking them off. We get to the party. And I think we get a little lost. First, get there. She lives above, like, it's one of those 2-story, well, it was a 2-story apartment, but it's one of those buildings that the bottom floors are just stores and laundromats and stuff, and there's apartments on top. She lived in those, and it was like a 2-story apartment. 2-story apartments are cool. So then I wear these tight-ass gloves just to walk in the door. And then when we get in the door, I'm like, okay, they sell the costume. And there's a few people in there. I forget who was in there. But yeah, Vitti was a Playboy bunny. And her boyfriend at the time, I don't know if they're still together, who knows, maybe, was Hugh Hefner. And I think we called him Mr. or something. Or Sir. We'll just call him Sir. Actually, we'll call him Mr. So we all sit down and we're chilling. I forget who was at that party. I feel like it was just us. We just came. There might have been other people, I don't know. But I feel like it was just us. Like Johnny, Monty, Ixor, Knife, Gusty, Baby. Del Sorte. Fortnite, maybe? Maybe Fortnite was... I don't know. I feel like it was just us and then Vitti and Mr. Maybe a couple of her friends, but I don't even remember a couple of her friends being there. I just remember we sit on the couch, chilling, and then we have paper cups and we start drinking cranberry vodka. I forget what they're called. I think a cranberry vodka, but I think there was a name. Anyway, so I drink it. Glug, 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 glug. With just one cup. And then I have my second cup poured. And I start drinking that. And when I'm like halfway down that cup, Vitti's like, hey, y'all, are y'all ready for snacks? And I'm like, doo 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 doo. Damn, I wish I kept that picture of the spider. It was this cupcake tray with brownies on it, or cupcakes on it. I think they were brownies. And she brought them out. Like, we had like other foods too. There's like other snacks. And anyway, Vitti and I stupidly once had sex. And this was like a long time, sometime before. And it was pretty stupid. Because I wish I never did that. And she lost her virginity to that. And so Mr. was annoyed about that because at the time they were talking, I guess he wanted to do that. But anyway, that was stupid, I feel. But also, it's okay. Anyway, I don't know where Vitti is in life right now. She's just being Vitti. So anyway, yeah, this brownie tray comes out. And, oh yeah, I remember I sold them shrooms. I bought like a whole bunch of shrooms. And I was like, I don't want this many. He's like, I'll buy some. So I sold them sometime earlier in life, after the sex thing. And he still knew, and he was annoyed about that still. He's like, this is the fucking guy. This is the guy. But whatever. But I remember they like broke up a long time ago, but I don't know if they're back together. Oh yeah. No, Vitti had another boyfriend and stuff long after him. This was like years ago. Anyway. So, and then also I had a whole bunch of LSD tabs a long time ago. And I sold her like 2 because she wanted to try it with him. This was after the party, I think. This is years ago. Anyway. And I feel weird talking about that. But I felt like I have to just say truth in these stories so everyone can watch a person grow and everyone can make proper choices for their lives. I'd rather have not did that, okay? Had sex with her. I think I might have told it in a story. I don't know, at the time, Stella was like being all weird, and I thought she'd always like, go have sex with that girl, go have sex with that girl. I want you to have sex with that girl. And I'd be like, no, man. Like, I don't do that shit. And I thought she was saying that about Vicky. I was like, okay, bro, I don't know what's going on. Fine. And then Stella got mad. Anyway, she's not the one for me. I don't think so. We already had sex with other people. I used to think that as a child, like, if you have sex with other people, no, it's over. And then as I grew up, I started thinking like, no, I gotta be more mature. It's possible to heal it and be okay. And I guess it could be possible in the infinity state of life. But then I feel like I got mature again. I was like, nah, as a child I was correct. If you like cheat or have sex with someone else, nah, that wasn't the one for you. There's gotta be someone that just like will not ever, after you get together with them, you'll just not be able to ever be with someone else. It'll be like impossible. It's just too fulfilling. Okay, the story. So there's all the chips, the snacks, the treats, and they just finished the cupcakes or the brownies. I forget. I think they were in cupcake form. And they're on this like pyramid thing with like 3 platform level Halloween cupcake holder with a little happy spider on the top. It was just like 1 black circle, 3 legs on each side, just like 3 curves, 3 downward curves. So cartoony, so thick and bold, and then an eye with purple irises, and a simple smile with like one tooth, like a Goomba. And I took a picture of that spider. If I had that picture still, I'd put it up because that picture was in my camera roll for years. For like a decade. That thing was in my thing for a decade. Actually, probably less than a decade. Probably 7 years. I deleted it though. That would have been fun to put it on this. Just the whole video would be that picture. Just that spider staring at your life. And you could see Gusty Baby's arm in the back in his costume. I think he was like a grunge rocker. He may not even been anything, but I feel like he was a grunge rocker guy. He was wearing like a Punisher t-shirt. Anyway. Yo, he was that kid from Toy Story all grown up. The kid who was making crazy toys. Spider bot heads and stuff. And crane hook Barbie legs. The New World Order. Anyway. So we start eating casually. I ate these cupcakes. Yummy. So yummy. And we're just chilling, talking, having fun. Eventually I'm like, alright, I gotta take a pee-pee because I've been drinking these cranberry vodkas. I drank like 2, probably. That was probably on my 3rd cup. Alright. And like, this is like 20 minutes later. I don't know how long later. I'm like, I gotta go to the bathroom. I go right when I step in the bathroom. Because the party was dark. It was dark down there. And I walk upstairs to go in the bathroom. And I'm alone and it's all light. Like it's bright light. And I step in and look at the ground at my socks. And I'm like, what the heck? This is tryptamine. Why does the floor look tryptamine? Why is my body morphing into warp? It's all staticky and red. Things were red. There's like a tint of red and static. And I was just like, why is it tryptamine? I was like, well, what was in this cranberry soda? Or was it just the cranberry? I'm like, nah, I don't think there's anything in the cranberry soda. And I'm like, this is kind of psychedelic. I haven't been drunk in a long time. Maybe I just forgot. Or is there like, I'm thinking like, is there some strange chemical reaction in vodka and cranberry that causes this drunkenness? And I look in the mirror and I'm like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just tripping, because it was super subtle. Like maybe I'm just coming up on drunkenness and like it's just coming up and I just caught it because I turned on this bright light and like it's all part of it. Whatever. So I go back down and I'm like, yo, Vitti, was there something in this cranberry soda? She's like, nah. It's just cranberry soda. And I'm like, maybe the chemical reaction, man? I don't know. Oh yeah, and I remember telling Vitti I was bringing all these people. Yeah, I forget everyone else's costume, first of all. I don't know if most people had a costume. But I remember, she's like, yo, are they chill? Are they gonna steal stuff? Because she was scared about that. I'm like, nah, yo, I don't hang out with goony babies like that, bro. Like, I don't know those people. Like, I don't know those mans, boy. I don't know wassy mans like this, fam. I know I see mans like this, but I know eventually any wassy mans, like I know there are people like this in the world, but I don't hang. The only way I hang is if they wish to become not Wasi. Anyway, so I bring them, and she was happy after the party. Like, she texted and said, "Thanks for bringing chill people." So yeah, thanks for being chill, everybody. Anyone who's a bad evil boy? No. Yes. Stop being evil. It's unhealthy and it doesn't benefit anything. Except the only thing it benefits is giving you an opening to not be evil. So anyway, eventually 50 says nothing and we're gonna go now. Buddy, I ate like 5, I don't even know, maybe 5. I ate a lot, okay? When we leave, I'm tripsing. Now, eventually, I'm doing driving, everyone, and I still don't know what's going on. And we stop in the school parking lot. And I'm like, we're gonna climb the roof. Oh, Del Sorte was Pikachu. I remember that. We're gonna climb the roof of this school. We get out of the car. I just feel like I'm drunk. Okay? We climb the roof of the school. I'm like the only one up there. And they're all just chilling down by my car. I think maybe Del Sorte came on the roof too. And then went down. But then I went more on the roof. I was just chilling up there, feeling all nice and weird. And then a friggin' rock hits the wall below me. And I look, and they were throwing rocks at me. And then I got freaking super paranoid about it. I was like, why did they do that? They hate me. Why did they throw that rock at me? What is going on? Actually, that's going to be the next story. The true scariest moment in life that I just realized was the actual scariest moment in life. Bruv. So scary. So scary. It was so hidden. That's how scary it was. It was such a stealth splinter cell of fear that I didn't even know this was what was causing all this fear. And I just found out a month ago and got through this trauma of it because I could finally understand that it was what was the trauma. I didn't know the root cause of this trauma, and now I finally figured it out. I could finally get through it. Holy. And I'm like, oh, this was the scariest moment in life because it lasted 12 years. It lasted 12 years, bruv. Or at least 10 when it really started. Anyway, so yeah, 2 years later it actually started, but it must have started right away. Anyway, so I get off the roof, drive everyone home, and I think it was the next day we talked about it, or that night we talked about it. But they're like, I'm like, those were freaking edibles? I didn't know the whole time. Vitti just wanted us to just trip and didn't tell us. That's funny. But yeah. And apparently Ixor and Johnny Money, they knew and stuff. They all knew. They were all like, we knew it was edibles. And I'm just like, buddy, I didn't know anything. Because I never had edibles before. They're like, oh yeah, I was just eating them because I knew they were edibles. And I'm like, yo. And they were like, I guess they assumed I knew too. But I didn't know. I was just like, why am I tripping? Why am I tripping? Why am I tripping? Why am I tripping? Why am I on this planet tripping? And so, yeah, that was the time I ate edibles without knowing and thought it was the chemical reaction of the cranberry soda. And when I went into the bathroom, things were tryptamine and red. Oh, and also that rainbow, the rainbow hue, the oil, the rainbow in an oil slick. But it was like super subtle, and I'm like, it was like static rainbow. Like it was like electric static with the rainbow in it, and all a hue of red. And when I looked at my socks in the floor, I stretched up high in the sky, kind of thing. Tunnel vision, perception, looking through a fisheye lens. I guess because your cornea is a fisheye, a little shape. And yeah, didn't know what the heck was so trippy. I remember laughing too in the party at some point, like just starting to laugh and laugh. Still not realizing that they all realized they were eating edibles and I was just not understanding. So yeah, climbing a roof at that school, driving everyone home, bumping music, who knows what music. Everyone packed in the car like madman. Being scared because they threw a rock at me when I was on the roof and it hit the wall. Or like the metal strip above the bricks. It was like, dang! I'm like, and yeah. I don't remember anything else after driving everyone home. Like I didn't even feel like I was weed high. I didn't even feel like I felt like I was high. It was just so weird. Like that's the weirdest thing, to not know you took a drug. You don't even know you're high. Like, man. Anyway, this story went on too long. I'm out this stooge. I'm going back to Hangshu. I'm gonna study life and meditate.